But Nick, let's just continue the Yankee conversation. I mean, I know you're a big Yankee fan. I kind of want to go back a little bit here to the Rizzo discussion and the Gallo discussion because I find it kind of interesting how like the two of them, Gallo was the guy that everyone was talking about. They were like, "Oh, this is the guy they have to go after," and they got him. And the Rizzo was really the move that I didn't see coming. I don't really think a lot of Yankee fans saw coming. And to me, that was the move that I really wanted to give Cashman praise for, and that's the move that's really worked out the best. I mean, look, Rizzo is just the fifth Yankee ever, which including our list with Joe DiMaggio, to collect an RBI each of his first four games with the team. I can't. We did our notes before tonight's game, but prior to what's going on right now, Rizzo had been 7 for 16 with 5 RBIs. I mean, he's just raking with the Yankees right now. So to see him, it's. I'm not a Yankee fan. I can't say I really enjoy seeing the Yankees win, but it's been. If you are a Yankee fan, I'm sure it's very refreshing to see that. But on the opposite end, Ryan said it. He got a walk, but if Gallo had struck out, he was going to get booed. He has not been hot. I think he yet to has an RBI, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong about that. Prior to coming to the Yankees, he was only batting 225, but again, that's not what you were getting him for. Not average. I mean, he had 25 home runs. He had OPS, so 869. He's top 10 on base percentage. He strikes out a lot, but you knew that coming in. It's obviously it's not even been a week yet. But if you had to compare the two deals, your thoughts on Rizzo so far, your thoughts on Gallo so far, and the Yankees are 4-1 since the deadline. So, is this success sustainable?
I think it is, and it should be. Like we talked about with Ryan, their playoff chances are alive and well right now. They just have to keep winning and keep taking series, like I said earlier in the show. I'll start with Gallo, and Gallo is a player who, it's no secret, he is very what's the right word? When he plays well for you, he plays well for you. And when he plays bad for you, oh boy, the boos should come. He's boom or bust in a way. He's going to hit your home runs. He's going to strike out a lot, and he'll walk. It's really, you don't see much else. He had before he became a Yankee, he had 70 hits on the season. 25 of those were home runs, and his batting average was, I believe, 217. So that's nothing. The batting average, again, like you said, not what you sign him for, but that's where I was a little iffy getting him because, he is a typical Yankee player we've had for so many years where he's a guy who hits a home run or won't get you anything at all. But on the flip side of that, he gives an insane amount of protection to guys like Judge, guys like Stanton, who, they're the heart of the order. You put him in there, and it's a fear factor, intimidation factor for pitchers where you make one bad pitch and you could blow the game up. And he's also spectacular in the field, cannon of an arm. I think he'll break out. It's just a matter of when, so it's got to come sooner than later for us Yankee fans to be high on him. Whereas it's the exact opposite for Rizzo. Every Yankee fan's on cloud nine with him. I was so happy with that acquisition. Again, Rizzo's a winner. He's to me a great person to have in New York. He's extremely durable too, which is what I didn't know. I knew he really didn't miss many games, but if you look, he doesn't really miss more than 10 games a season in his career, which is phenomenal. And first base, we've been struggling all season with Voit not being there. And I don't think anyone expected him to be as hot as he has been since he came. Rizzo's about a 250 hitter. But, just the impact he's had right away has been just spectacular. I guess if you compare the two, obviously Rizzo right now has been the guy that the Yankees really, I guess the trade made better sense for him rather than Gallo right here. But I think Gallo can get it going. I did look at his stats right before he came. He started to pick up his game in July. He was starting to get a lot more multi-RBI games. Obviously, though, now it might be just a bit of adjustment for him to come to New York. Hopefully, though, I want to see these guys take advantage of that short right porch as two lefty hitters. As a lefty batter myself, I would love to take a hack and see what I could do at that porch. But I think these guys got it. Of course, it's a little bit of an adjustment period. But for Rizzo, it seems to be no problem, which I think puts a lot more pressure on Gallo. I think he'll find it, though. I really do. You want to have those high hopes. The guys that he mashes the ball. 25 home runs. It's, the power is there always. Contact, not as much. You just got to hope he can find some sort of stretch and life where he can get that momentum coming with the swing. And I think he'll be okay.
Yeah, I mean, you basically said it all. I mean, with Gallo, when you're talking about a guy who strikes out when he's down, he's really down. To me, you could have swapped out the name Gallo. I thought you were talking about Stanton. I mean, which is not really something that Yankee fans want to hear right now. But look, it hasn't even been a week. I said it. you got to give Gallo some time to get adjusted. It's a big move. I think it helps that his old friend Odor is over on the roster.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. I mean, we both said it. The Rizzo move has been great. But looking at the wild card standings, if you are a Red Sox fan, so obviously right now Tampa's in first of the division. I would say right now, just with Tampa's track record over the last few years, I'm fairly confident that I said on Saturday I thought the Red Sox were gonna end up winning the division. I have to take that back now after what I've seen over these last few days. I mean, the Red Sox are on a 5-game losing streak. They're up 4-0 right now over the Tigers, but look, I can't sit here and tell you I see the Red Sox winning the division right now. So I'm going to have to say Tampa wins the division. So then it's going to come down to Boston, Oakland, the Yankees, Seattle, and Toronto, in my opinion, for the wild card. And when you look at Oakland, and I said it on Saturday, that's a team that wins regular season games. I mean, they always do. The playoff success, not so much, but I'm fairly confident, especially with the roster they have there. That's a team that's going to get one of the wild card spots, probably the number one wild card spot with the way that the Red Sox are falling. So then to me, it comes down to really, I said it, the Yankees, Red Sox, Seattle, and Toronto for that second wild card spot. The Red Sox, I'm definitely afraid of right now, especially doing very little at the trade deadline. Schwarber, even when he's out right now, when he comes back, like he's got to play first base. Who knows that's going to go. Seattle, they had a very strange trade deadline with trading one of their better players, and I feel like it seems like there's some locker room issues over there. And Toronto, who knows? So right now, as much as it pains me to say this, I was at a point where I was saying I never thought the Yankees would even make the playoffs this year. But with the Red Sox going the way they are, they honestly remind me of the Mets. Honestly, I have to sit here and tell you that, look, in my opinion, I see the Yankees, locking up one of those wild card spots. And, with the A's, and I think Tampa takes the division. But, we'll see what Gallo does going down the road. I think hopefully for a Yankee fan, I think hopes that Rizzo continue to do it.